one very important aspect of karma, and I think perhaps the most important aspect, is that karma is not really about rewarding people in the kind of sense that we on earth think of reward. So let's say, just to pick a simplistic example to illustrate a point, let's say in this life you have £100,000 and you give it all to some very good cause. Now, in your next life, or a future life, that could then mean that you were born into quite a wealthy environment where you had even more money. So you think, okay, so that's, this is how some people regard it anyway. So that's your karmic reward. Well, that's true up to a point, but it doesn't mean that you should then just spend your money however you like on all kinds of ridiculous pleasures because you feel you deserve it. The karmic reward is that then you have the opportunity to do even more good. And that really is what karma is about. It's about giving you the lessons so that you can be of more good. So if you do something tremendously good for the world in one life, what that's going to do is speed up your evolution, which may mean that you have to go through certain very difficult experiences quite quickly, which an ordinary person who just leads a normal life will not have to go through.
Yeah, I think that's fascinating, because when you really take it down to what a spiritual advancement is, earning greater and greater opportunity to be of service, which is the living pattern of divinity.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's about, service isn't always what you might think it is, in that, I just gave the example there, a financial example, but there's more to service than just money, of course. Money can be tremendously powerful if used in the right way for good. However, one of the most important things in service is wisdom, because unless you have at least some wisdom, you're not going to be able to be of any service anyway, because you won't know what service to give and how to give it. And the more wisdom you have, the more you can be of service. Dr. George King has actually said that an enlightened beggar has more karmic responsibility than an unenlightened king.
Actually, bring it back to Dr. King, I think one of the most inspiring things that he taught is about, that your karma isn't just your karma and then you have to work through it. You can manipulate your karmic pattern throughout your lives in order to create those experiences.
This is the whole point of knowing about karma.
Yeah, the wisdom
so we
part
can
of it
change it.
Yeah.
And we can change it all the time. You might think, well, if it can be changed, then does that mean that it's not a precise law? No, not at all. Think of gravity. Think of karma as being like gravity. If you drop something on the ground, it will fall, always, unless maybe somebody catches it halfway down, or there's a strong gust of wind that blows it somewhere else. So that doesn't mean that gravity doesn't exist. And it's very similar with karma, I think, because karma works through time, as does everything in creation. It's not instant. There's no such thing as instant karma. Karma is sometimes quick, sometimes slow, sometimes may take many lives to work out. It's not all in the next life. Some of it could be in this life, some of it could be a long way into the future.